This case was buried on purpose. They told the family it was an accident, a slip, a bad fall, wrong place, wrong time. The report was signed in ink that never shook. But the grave was too shallow, and the truth kept breathing underneath. Before we dive into the main story, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on the bell notification button for more interesting video like this. The call came in at 2:17 a.m. on a humid Tuesday. A woman's body had been found behind an abandoned textile mill on the edge of town. No purse, no phone, no witnesses, just dirt under her fingernails and a single shoe missing, as if she had tried to run and the ground itself had grabbed her. Her name was Elena Moore, 26, a nursing student, known for being early to everything and late to nothing except that night, when she never came home. Within 12 hours, police ruled it an accidental death. 12 hours. No autopsy photos released. No press conference. No search for the missing shoe. Just a quiet file stamped closed. Elena's mother knew something was wrong the moment she saw the body. The bruises on Elena's wrists weren't from a fall. They were fingerprints. The cut above her eyebrow was clean, deliberate, like someone wanted her unconscious, not dead. When she asked questions, officers exchanged glances. When she pushed harder, they stopped returning her calls. That was the first burial. The second burial happened on paper. Elena had been working part-time at a private care facility owned by a man whose name carried weight. Money, connections, silence. 2 weeks before her death, she told a classmate she'd seen something during a late shift. Something that made her uncomfortable. Something she was thinking of reporting. That statement never made it into the case file. Neither did the security logs from the facility. They were accidentally overwritten. Neither did the text messages Elena sent the night she died, messages that vanished from her phone before it reached evidence. What did make the file was a convenient narrative. Young woman. Alone at night. Tragic accident. The town accepted it. Towns often do. But grief has a way of turning into obsession. 6 months later, a freelance journalist named Marcus Hale stumbled onto Elena's name while researching unexplained deaths near industrial sites. What caught his eye wasn't the mill, it was the speed. Cases don't close that fast unless someone wants them to. Marcus requested the public records. Half were missing. The rest were redacted so heavily they looked like black pages from a burned book. When he called the department, he was told politely that he was wasting his time. That night, his tires were slashed. A warning, subtle but clear. Marcus kept digging. He found a former night guard at the care facility who had quit abruptly. The man drank too much, talked too fast, and kept checking the door. He claimed Elena had argued with a senior administrator the night she died. Claimed voices were raised. Claimed he was told to forget what he heard if he wanted his last paycheck. 2 days after that interview, the guard recanted everything. 3 days later, he was found dead in what police called a suicide. Same stamp. Same ink. Closed. The third burial was fear. Elena's friends stopped talking. Witnesses couldn't remember. A professor who had encouraged Elena to report misconduct suddenly took a sabbatical overseas. Every path led to the same locked door. Until Marcus received an envelope with no return address. Inside was a flash drive and a note with 4 words written in shaky pen. They'd buried her alive. The drive contained corrupted audio files recovered from a security system backup. Most of it was static. But one clip, just 17 seconds long, was clear enough to chill the blood. A woman's voice. Elena's. She was crying. Saying a name. Saying, "Please, I'll report it. I swear I will." Then a man replied, calm and close. "You won't report anything." A thud. Dragging sounds. Silence. Marcus never published the story. The night before it was set to go live, his apartment was broken into. Nothing stolen. Just one thing left behind, his laptop, open to the article draft, with a single sentence added at the end. Some truths are not meant to surface. The next morning, Marcus withdrew the piece. He told colleagues he'd made mistakes, that the case was more complicated than it seemed. He moved out of town a week later. Elena's file remains closed to this day. Officially, no crime occurred. Officially, no one was responsible. Officially, nothing was buried. But unofficially, the mill was demolished 6 months after her death. The care facility changed ownership. And every few years, someone new stumbles across the case and asks the same dangerous question. Why was everyone in such a hurry to forget her? Because accidents don't erase evidence. Power does. And if this case was buried on purpose, the real question isn't what happened to Elena Moore. It's who is still making sure it stays underground, and how many other names are buried right beside hers. Because the ground doesn't keep secrets forever. To watch the full video, click the link on our bio, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting hidden historical fact.